Hey, what's up? Hey, I just wanted to talk about really quick how, sorry, this is just a really tough time for me, to deal with this shit. Because not only me, not only content creators, not only regular people that you see and talk to, even finance professionals, economists has said, even though there has been lower unemployment levels, even though the job market has been stabilized, even the rental market, so on and so forth, why are people not getting hired? Why are things still getting expensive? And why does it look like there is still a recession going on? And even professionals are thinking that there will be a recession towards the mid-end of this year. Same with me believing that included. So that is super devastating. So make sure to give a like, comment, and subscribe to keep being updated on me telling you the good news. Keep me up to date with this stuff. And let me just go tell you about what's going on in America today in 2024. So essentially, let's go start to the beginning. Basically, how did this even happen? So essentially, COVID-19 has happened. People rumored that it started in China. Someone eating bat soup, essentially just eating an uncleaned animal that basically has bacteria and viruses in it. That is pretty common with a lot of the animals we eat nowadays too.
I knew that Basti was a lie. This nigga is racist, bruh.
And so basically someone ate an animal, came over to America, contracted the virus unknowingly, and then essentially just spread it because it's a really contagious virus. And for some reason, somehow, some way, it just spread into to the entire world. I don't even know how that happened, right? So basically, also I guess it was an outbreak in China too. So I guess also that's how it spread. So basically, that's what happened. And from that, there was a great recession in 2020 because, at least specifically speaking only about America, the government, the people who are running the government, in the most respectful way possible, they don't really know what to do. And they don't really know what they're talking about half the damn time. Because I do understand a certain type of lockdown and why sickness is happening, killing people and everything, but it's just kind of funny to me where you see Asian and European countries can basically, they know what to do, or they have more of a stabilized, mature approach to it, and basically finish the pandemic. They literally stabilize people and help lower the risk of COVID to the point where no one need to be quarantined. And that's the crazy part about America. It's not necessarily COVID-19 ruined everything. It's not really the market crash, you know what I'm saying? Because when stuff like this is happening, it is the government's job to figure out how to keep it stabilized, how to keep the folks psychologically okay. So bro, people are believing that the stimulus checks was hiking up the basically the prices of everything because people were spending it on non-necessity items. But I think it's just a mismanagement and mishandling of funds because the government has been printing money for a while now, and Donald Trump has been notoriously known to be building the wall, which it cost to at least $1 trillion that they never finished. And still, if you build a wall, they'll still immigrate here legally. It's just in a different way. I don't know why he did that, because he's racist. But, you can't really, it's so funny. It's just, in the most respectful way possible, specifically, Americans are very stupid. Why are Americans blaming each other for the problem when the government, why are you blaming me for making the, making inflation happening? When it's I'm not the one printing out money. I'm not the one fucking taking money away from people. I'm not the one cutting social security checks and food stamps and removing. Come on, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing that. They gave out 2 social security checks, I think in 2020 and in 2021 or something like that. And then it gave out an EBT boost, which is basically just free food money for people who can't afford food. And that because of the mismanagement of funds for the past 3 to 4 years, and for it to be very like the United States is very silly. Like, why are they against a vaccine? Like, this is the same thing like the fucking influenza shot. I just don't understand it. But because of people being so immature, I would say, they prolonged it and then made the economy worse. I'm sorry. Like, if you don't want to take the vaccine, just go inside your house. Like, expect companies and businesses that seriously want you to be vaccinated to work there, probably because they don't want to get sued and have people get killed by the increased possibility of getting COVID and dying. And I remember a lot of conservatives, and I'm only saying conservatives because they're just the only people that are the loudest about anti-vaccination, saying how, like, you know, COVID is a lie and the vaccine's a lie and all this is stupid, and then they fucking died 2 weeks later. So I don't know, you know, the facts are there. I didn't really say any opinions, I just said the facts, so don't fight me. But because of that, because of all these states fighting each other, goodness gracious, that prolonged COVID, and that actually made spending money worse because people were people were just like purchasing out of fear, and I think purchasing out of just anger and revenge towards the government. I don't know towards who, probably towards other people, even though it's the government's fault. Like, people are not blaming the government, not enough people are. So that's pretty much what's going on, and that's why there's been like recession and the inflation. Also with real estate and with commercial estate, and even with product and service businesses, basically selling products and like services. Yeah, so let me start with that. So many people were not only buying houses in cash, but offering double and triple the amount of the houses what the price of what the house was being sold for, so they can equip the security of that house. So many people were doing that, alongside with so many people taking advantage of the cheap housing market with Airbnbs. That's also skyrocketed the prices. Also, a lot of people have been buying. It's like when people, it's like the same like fucking sellers, the resellers, like resellers with shoes. They'll buy these necessities in bulk and sell them online and sell them for higher prices. So basically, you can't go buy your 99-cent tissue from the fucking store because someone bought it all and is either hoarding it for themselves when they don't need to, or is buying it all and selling it for 3 times the price online, which also caused inflation. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it was really inflated for like 3 years. Okay, so the Airbnb, there's been an Airbnb bust because depending on what county you live in America, what states and what city, there are laws and regulations on if their Airbnb should be like, are they allowed, like, should Airbnbs be permitted in that location and how many. So there's been like a limitation of Airbnbs, so that's been going on. And you know, that's pretty much the only thing. That was so late, it took so long. And basically, like I said, like the whole scaring thing is like away, like the fear mongering, so people are not hyper buying bulks of items when they don't need to. I don't know why people are preparing like they're about to go under a bunker and about to like prepare for a zombie invasion or the end of the world. But basically, for me, instead of buying a bunker, or hoarding and getting a bunker, I'm going to build a boat. Because Ben Shapiro said,
around the world rise by let's say 5 feet over the next 100 years, say 10 feet by the next 100 years, and it puts all the low-lying areas on the coast underwater, right? Which, let's say all of that happens. You think that people aren't going to just sell their homes and move?
that once the sea levels rise up and America becomes underwater, you can still sell the real estate. So I'm gonna sell it to King Poseidon. I'm gonna sell it to the mermaids, the sirens, to the fish. Like, thank you, Ben Shapiro. Period. I'm gonna meet in New Orleans, Louisiana, turn around, sound like I'm gonna, So yeah, that's also why I haven't been like fear buying over bulk during COVID. Besides me doing this is stupid, because why do you need to fear buy? Oh my god, it makes no sense though, because we're in a pandemic, meaning like we're sick. Like everyone's sick, you see inside the house. What does that have to correlate with buying as much items as possible? That doesn't make sense. We're not in a zombie invasion, and nor the government said there's been a shortage of products, so get what you can get. Like, we just said niggas were sick. No one was doing this when the flu came out. Whatever, right? But basically, all of that has to the inflation. Same with the products and services. So many people have been doing scamming, NFTs, AI, so on and so forth. Basically, yeah, and then hyper into consumerism. Everyone wants to be a content creator everyone wants to be a YouTuber, a TikToker, an Instagram influencer. That's also contributed to inflation, with buying clothes every day and throwing them away or returning them or selling them, whatever, and encouraging other people to buy loads and loads of products because it seems cool. Basically a social contract, nothing necessary. Like, for example, the Stanley Cup phase. Like, it's fucking crazy, my guy. Like, I remember before it became popular, I just wanted to buy it because it was sturdy, and I was in, like, I forgot what the store is called, but I was in some type of, like, camping store where they sold a lot of camping goods, and I saw the Stanley Cup. That was pretty cool. I wanted to buy the really big one for, like, $70. And, like a few months later, people are, like, going crazy over it, beating people in the head over it. Let's just not get into that. It was, like, it was, like, the Black Friday all over again. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? Okay. So, yeah, consumerism has also been part of inflation. And I would even say partially, also the shipping cost has also been impacting with inflation, because for these groceries that we're buying, it's been more expensive because they're making us eat the cost, because shipping with these big containers has been more expensive. I forgot why on top of my head, but it's just been more expensive overall for everybody. So it's been more expensive to ship off items, so it's cost more money to rent out those boxes and pay the delivery companies to deliver and ship the boxes of items. It's been costing more for shipping things, so that's why it also has been costing more for farmers. It's like a full circle effect though, because it's like the inflation costs for seeds and goods to cost more money, so farmers have to charge more money. So the food companies are going to buy the overpriced stuff from farmers and then overprice it to the customers, because they also got to pay for the shipping and stuff like that. It's pretty funny. Also, side note, because it's been more expensive for farmers, they have been putting more chemicals in the food. I'm just saying, I'm just going to bring that out there. But that's also why inflation has been happening alongside with cars becoming more expensive. I don't know because they can do that or because they need to. I know because they also can need to, but I feel like they're doing that shit on purpose. So all of those things have been impacting inflation. And basically, for the longest time, things were cheap, or were actually cheap at one point, right? And so basically, with a stimulus check or a remote job or saved up money, people are going ham on goods and services, traveling and buying property and whatnot, right? And with consumerism overall. So around 2024, officially, in late 2023, basically people don't really have the money no more, as well as with basically everything costing more and stuff like that, and with supply and demand not being at equilibrium. Basically, there's not enough supply but a lot of demand with housing, with a lot of these things, with foods and goods and services. So people, aka companies, are charging more deliberately because of that, as well as with the job market, because everything is costing more. A lot of these companies have been basically mass firing their employees, basically, like Tesla, like Google, like SpaceX, like every other company. I know I said Elon Musk like twice, but Apple, like literally that's what they're doing. And they're also in Amazon, they're outsourcing the jobs. Like the job you got fired, like you got fired from one of those companies, or from the FANG abbreviation of the companies, right? You got fired from one of those big companies, right? And guess what? They're replacing you with some person in South Asia for $3 an hour. Cause remember how you can just walk into the Amazon grocery store and just walk out with an item like you stole something, but they technically charge your card? Yeah, a bunch of Indian guys was actually watching you without you knowing, without your consent, and Jeff Bezos lied about it. So a bunch of Indian people were getting paid $5 an hour to watch your every move and take your personal data and privacy. I'm just letting you know. That's also why we're getting fired, because we need cheaper people. That also has been going on with animation too, and with anything and everything, and especially with AI and stuff like that. So since it's been harder to get a job, because basically companies want to try to spend as much money as possible, so lately they've been trying to make sure they don't want anyone they have to train at all, because training means more money. So that's why they want an entry-level applicant with 3 to 5 years of experience, and especially working at a certain company beforehand, and you can graduate from a certain like high-tier college. Alongside with the fact that they want people to work multiple jobs within one position. So they want you to be the marketer and the proofreader and the writer and the editor all in one job for a lower salary. And they also want a person that they can break down and use and psychologically abuse and take advantage of and pay them as least as possible. They do this, like this is what they're doing. So so they say supply and demand, so that's why people have not been having the spending power, because companies are laying off these employees, they're paying less, food is costing more, they're not hiring as many people, and if so, you need to be a very underpaid but highly skilled worker with a master's degree. You have to make sure you have to have your resume stand out from AI. You gotta go apply, be the first to apply, because 300 people are applying to the same job, right? You gotta fight against a 30-year-old woman with a master's degree and the fucking 25-year-old fucking kid with a master's degree and a 50-year-old man with a PhD and a 6-year-old woman with a high school degree. However, she was doing the same position for 30 years. You gotta fight all of that for $16 an hour, right? Yeah. And be massively underpaid and overworked. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then when you try to work a regular job, you're either overqualified or like someone else took it. Guess you're too late. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's why there's been a big inflation happening and then a big recession, because besides people spending money on small luxury and big luxury items because it's for escapism, it's for a type of fantasy life, it's kind of the equivalent of someone using and abusing recreational drugs to put themselves in a fantasy land. Usually people who are depressed or impoverished, they will primarily rely on, like I said, recreational drugs to keep them, to have a psychological high and a feeling of feeling good, because they'll say like, oh, what's around me is terrible, but when I get high I feel, you get what I'm trying to say. So that was the same thing, but with purchasing things for these people, especially where they'll feel this to be more valuable, because you can go keep wearing that bag or have the fillers in your face for 12 months in comparison to anything else that is deemed a luxury in a way, but still as not a necessity as the Louis bag they bought. But they're not going to purchase that because you're not it's not a fantasy. You're not trying to make yourself feel like an important person, you know what I'm saying? So even though things are like makeup and like social media, social media products, makeup, social media products, surgery, skincare and clothes and cars and even vacations, those things are still being adamantly money has been gravitating towards those sectors. Because like I said, people are looking for escapism. People are looking to feel like they're rich, feel like they're important. So of course money will still forever go towards that. But for everything else, yes, money is sparse. There is no money, and plus these people are on credit cards and stuff like that with those other things anyways. So that's why there's been a recession. It's really weird, and it's like the human psychology is silly. Like, people are silly. Don't use that for the Louis bag, but okay. But then they complain about groceries. Okay, you sell the Louis bag. But yeah, that's why there's been a recession going on, and especially with houses now teetering up to be at least $500,000, $500,000 in the average price in America. Like for example, in Los Angeles, a house is a bare minimum in Compton, the worst parts of America, $1 million. For a decent house, you got paid $2.5 million. You go to Vegas, they overinflated Vegas because people have been escaping California and for later states to go to Vegas and build Airbnbs and buy all the houses there and overpaid 3 times the amount to go live there. And now it's expensive to live in Vegas. For a decent house, you gotta pay at least $500,000. But remember, you just need $350,000 to get a good 3 or 4 bedroom house with a backyard. For Boston, houses be fucking $800,000. New York City, you need to spend at least $5,000 a month just to get an apartment, a decent apartment. Anything less than that, the lowest you can get is probably $1,600 for a tiny shoebox, but the average may be between 22 and 26 if you're not living with a roommate.
I'm gonna show you. And before you ask, yes, this is a real apartment. This is what $1,600 gets you in the most desired neighborhood in New York City. 0 oven, 1 mini fridge, no stove, and only 1 singular closet. If you want to know where the bathroom is, like for part 2. Alright guys, we have the video for the bathroom, and it is literally just as bad as you could possibly imagine. Let's take a look. Alright guys, so picture this is you in your dining room area, and you gotta go. Follow me. Here is the first part of the bathroom. Now you're gonna need your key because this is for security purposes. Now here is the toilet. It is shared by the entire complex. You can see it's actually pretty clean. And there is no sink, by the way. If you want to take a shower, you're gonna have to come across to the other part of the hallway. Now remember your key. So here is the shower. Not too bad. Not too
Obviously. And then groceries are being much more expensive. Chips are skinnier, and are now totaling of $6. And so you see what's going on. Now you get the full bigger picture of like what's been going on in America and why things are as it is. So far, that's what's been going on. That's all I can really tell you at the moment. I do have to have the year to finish to help tell you more, but I'm just giving you the whole roundabout sequence and letting you know what's been going on so you can go help yourself and be aware and not be lost and be lied to, because that's what the media does. Same with other people, they just lie. I'm not fucking lying, Brody. So basically I have this like little notebook where I wrote basically all of like my tips and tricks to survive during this recession. Okay, this is for like groceries, for like paying bills, for like saving some money. So I'm going to read right now. So basically for groceries, okay, one thing I really do recommend, I've been doing this for years, since I was a little kid, way before COVID, way before the 2008 recession. Thank God it wasn't me. I said, and now I'm dealing with this fucking pandemic. So I guess it was me. That's what I get for trying to be slick. Anyways, for groceries, I recommend to calculate the prices of the item per pound. Like the price per ounce, the price per pound. Because like essentially it's going to be cheaper in the long run, but it'll be perceived as more expensive because it'll be costing more. So basically, if you get 2 bags of chips, okay, one be $5.49, the other one be $6.48. Look at the price per ounce. If it's 39 cents per ounce for the big $6 chip bag, and the smaller one is 65 cents per ounce, pick the bigger one because it's cheaper, and especially cheaper in the long run, especially since you're going to be buying the fucking item again anyways later. And they deliberately made the smaller item small to the point where it's not enough, so you gotta go actually buy another one. So it's cheaper. It is cheaper. Just look more into it. I can't really articulate it right enough, but basically it's like buying in bulk. It's actually cheaper in the long run, but perceived not to be because of the high price point tag. But it's like, think about it, you're gonna spend that amount anyways, or even more later. Okay, so that's what I recommend, and I love doing that for meat, for anything really, and everything. And I also do recommend buying in bulk. But for example, Costco's been more expensive. Yeah, you can't fucking be slick with me, you dirty bitch. But yeah, Costco's been more expensive, so I do recommend visiting the store first. And if the employee is trying to fuck on you, try to say like, where's your membership? Just say you're gonna go buy one and just pretend go walk in and go buy one, just fucking lie and go walk around. It's not illegal to do that. So just go look around and see if it's worth it, especially for like 1 person and 2 people. Some of the items are worth it, but see, for your lifestyle, especially go to different Costco's because it might be owned by a franchise or it just might be different on various locations. So I recommend buying in bulk from Costco, also by Smart & Fine and Winko's, but find something similar to that because I think my stores that I'm talking about is very telling my location. However, just go to like bulk stores or stores on purpose. I do recommend also going to ethnic stores, aka going to Asian stores. I say primarily East Asian because I have the most experience with that. For the South Asian stores, they're usually smaller, but go to Asian stores, Latin stores. Go to those stores, Middle Eastern stores. Go to those grocery stores because your stuff is going to be cheaper and around the same quality, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, especially since like fucking Kroger's been mad expensive, nigga. Don't go there. And their fucking chicken's like ass. And like Sprouts has been expensive. Their meat's good, but it's really expensive because Sprouts in your area. Trader Joe's is decent, but they don't really have all of everything. Bonds is expensive. Ralph's got good deals on like frozen and canned vegetables sometimes. Sprouts got decent produce. Mother's Market is expensive, but certain things are good there. Go to Whole Foods 365 brand. Do the 365 brand. A lot of their stuff is actually very affordable. What else? Acme, I think it's called Acme or something. It's some grocery store in fucking Philadelphia. I recommend going to those and stuff like that. And Publix, I heard Publix is good. I have not went to Publix yet. I gotta go to that location for that. But I know those are some good stores, are good quality. And you know, yeah. And then next is same thing, pretty similar. Basically, visit multiple stores to find the best value because, like I said, depending on the location and the franchise, like the items will be more or less cheap. Because some companies, for example, Kroger, they're owned by, if it's not a franchise, their products and their service is 100% heavily determined by the manager. Whoever is managing and owning the store. That's like the main person. Because why the fuck when I go to, what I say urban, I just mean it's not like a rich white people area. They ain't Compton, but they ain't fucking cute. So like, how come when I go to a little semi-ghetto area and like the food is much more expensive, a lower quality, but when I go to the fucking rich white people areas, on my soul, bitch, like go to rich white people areas, primarily white, the household median income is at least 100 grand. How come the quality of the food there is better and the food's cheaper? Thank you. So go to multiple stores in different locations to find the best store, even if it's not by franchise, because depending on the location, more or less the food is gonna be like expensive and, you know, worse for better quality. So I do recommend doing that. And then search around for the best value phone plans, car insurance, etc. So basically, I wish I could bring up the ACP support or something like that, but goddamn, I'm choking off my goddamn spit. Okay, hold on, honey. The ACP lifeline thing is basically, it's already ending, so, but I just want to bring it up because it doesn't hurt. Basically, it's some type of like organization that helps low income people to have their internet like bills paid up to 100%. So for example, if you're working with Spectrum, you can have up to the entire bill paid. You can have up to the entire bill paid for you. And basically, yeah. So try to look around within your area for any organizations, any companies, even the government. Sometimes the government is helpful and not helpful is really weird. How they can help pay your bills or help pay it down, give you like a plan, or you know what I mean, because they do have things out there, even though if it might end or just be rare. But I do recommend looking out for these like legitimate organizations and the government within your region, like city government, local government, to see what kind of things they have to help you, what kind of resources. Same with phone plans and then car insurance. I'll make sure to look around, because looking around, calling around and researching is really good to have to go figure out how to have the best phone plan, have the best insurance and stuff like that. For example, I forgot, I'm gonna put it up here. They got Visible by Verizon and then Mint Mobile. I heard they were pretty good. I have a second phone that I'm trying to like, you know, I want to like put a line on it, like I want to like put internet on it and like have it for like a business phone. So I was looking up for Visible on Verizon because the stuff is actually pretty like affordable, and you know, Verizon is actually pretty decent. So I'm just saying, I know Visible and Mint Mobile, I know those are pretty decent. And then the thing is, if you can get a prepaid phone, meaning like you can buy your phone in full, I recommend doing T-Mobile prepaid, because I could just do $50 for unlimited talk, text, and all of that. And that's what I was doing until like my dad been paying for my phone bill. And that's right, pay my shit, nigga. Anyways, last but not least, save money little by little. It's really helpful and I recommend it. Even though it might not be enough to go to Cancun, but it'll be enough for a rainy day, or for some Uber Eats, or for a nice trip out somewhere, whether it be for a necessity or thing to have fun. Even I do believe things to have fun are a necessity, because you're constantly working, like you're working and fulfilling your responsibilities and just not enjoying yourself. I do feel like eventually you're going to develop depression, anxiety, and just go crazy. Wow, go crazy, go stupid. Please don't be like, don't say crazy. Girl, I was 50 with 50. Leave me alone. So basically, yeah, like for example, saving $850 a month is $100 a year, and I've been doing that for my Roth IRA because I'm like, okay, I know based on this inflation recession, I have to actually peel back on my money, peel back on like how I'm spending my money, and like really, I gotta really downsize my lifestyle, which I have. Fucking hell, especially since I can't find a job, but I can. There's jobs they're back open, but once I move out of this apartment real soon, I'm gonna put up my portfolio and hopefully the designer job I want isn't ass. I'm actually excited to get a 9 to 5. But also, I'm making 10,000 more on YouTube, so like I'm gonna fucking take that 60 grand a year. Hey, so yeah, that's basically it. But yeah, $850 a month. It was $100 a year for my Roth IRA. So you do $850 a month for yourself. It could be $100 a year, and it'd be really helpful, even if it's $50. Like I said, that could be for a rainy day, to pay a bill, to help pay your rent, for delivery, for a taxi, for anything. I recommend it. Even a little bit of rainy day savings is better than nothing. I don't give a fuck if it's only $100 or $20. So I recommend it. Like I said, $850 a month, and that 50 cents really helps. Like literally, add in that 50 cents, not just the whole flat fee, because that 50 cents to $1, that adds up. And I do recommend, this is like an honorable mention, to put your savings in a high yield savings account. And I do recommend to put the majority of your money in a high yield savings account, so you can double your money while you're not spending it. Because that's what I've done. When I put in my money, and especially I like to bulk in my rent money into my savings account, I would get like $5 in interest. Because I have that much money in my, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I recommend doing that too. I try to find I have like an online bank. I have different types of bank accounts for that shit. So make sure to basically find a digital bank account that won't penalize you for constantly making like, you know, transfers. So I do recommend having a main bank account for your, you know, your main money and stuff, but and having a digital bank account to go put in for higher savings and just count that. And like I said, just trying to make sure to find a bank that won't penalize you for doing multiple transfers. But I recommend doing that because that $5 going, it does something in my opinion. Like a penny, like people are literally like so ungrateful. Like you gotta believe it. Like literally, like a penny makes a difference. Because guess what? What if like you're fucking what if you're buying something, right? And the total is like $9.97. And then now you have $9.96, but you're shitting on pennies your entire life, you dirty bitch. And you wasn't even like valuing a fucking penny. Oh, now you want a penny now. Now you're begging for the penny. Oh, now I want the penny. You crawl back for the fucking penny. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, a little goes a long way. Be grateful for the little. If you fucking saved $8 and you need it back, that's good. The fuck? That's pretty much it. So, like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know. And I hope you do good. I hope everything goes good for you. And support me for free by watching my YouTube videos. Because, like, I understand no one has money to go buy my art. But it's just like $100 at least. Like, nigga, go pay your bills. Like, I understand why you want a Louis bag, then some fucking furry porn from me. Like, fucking hell, I'm sorry. But, like, go to Chreslie.com if you want to buy my shit. Okay, I got memberships. I got, like, phone commission. Just let me know. Like, $100. Like, I want money too, nigga. This is how I pay my bills, nigga. But I understand that you are going through a lot. So, just, like, support me for free. And, like, that will give me money. So, I support you by giving you information every day. You support me by watching me for free. So, yeah, thank you. Bye. I'm gonna go buy me some fucking smokes. Cause, bro, I need my wraps. I got no more. I need my wraps. So, I'm gonna go smoke my Jizzy J. Okay, I hope you have a really good day, boy.
You want the glaze or the chocolate?
I want the glaze. You know, I don't mess with chocolate. Like, I don't deal with no chocolate. I don't care what it is and what it is. I don't like no chocolate. No, I'm okay.
Yeah, for sure. Mac and cheese, cornbread.
How do I win? Hell no, I'm not marrying this bag of bones.
Seriously?
Yes.
I'm looking for a new book boyfriend. Billionaire. 6'5", brown eyes. Billionaire. 6'5", brown eyes. I'm looking for a new book boyfriend. Billionaire. 6'5", brown eyes.